Racing Electronics here at the PRI show. Steve Post from Motor Racing Network talking drag racing, and let's go right to the top. The champion in the funny car ranks for NHRA, Austin Prock, joins us. Hello, Austin. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Steve?
I am well. Correct me if I'm wrong here. We've talked every year at the show. You started as an unemployed, well, yeah, because like I think the first year you were a part-time driver, then you were an unemployed driver, then you were a full-time driver, then you're an unemployed driver, then you're a fill-in driver, and now you're champion. Am I somewhat close to right? The journey has been amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you nailed that. A lot of ups and lows, or highs and lows in my racing career, but we're all settled in with Cornwell Tools. We got a 3-year contract signed, won the world championship, and yeah, a lot of race wins, a lot of number one qualifiers this past season, and looking forward to next year.
Yeah, you put together a record season. How the ups and downs, nobody wants to go through them while you're doing it, but getting to know John Force Racing, getting to know the system, the cars and everything, how much did that journey help you to put together the dream season you had?
Well, you know, everything was worth the wait. I've been around John Force Racing since I was 9 or 10 years old, and you know, I know every inch of that place. You know, every inch of that shop. Been around a lot of the employees around there, and to finally get the job done for John Force Racing. You know, in my championship speech, I told John he took a chance on a young kid that never went down a racetrack, and it finally paid off 5 years later. So yeah, we got the world championship done, and I think that's 23 for the company, and looking for more now.
The season you had with all the quick times, 8 wins, when you're in the middle of this, and I don't care if it's a street stock driver from your local dirt track, what's that like to be in the middle of it when you roll into the pit area to know that everyone's going to be keeping an eye on you? It's every driver's dream. What's that like?
It was a lot. I learned a lot about myself this year, and it was definitely a blur. You know, when I was at the PRI show last year, like we just talked about, I didn't have a ride. You know, I got the news that, you know, my car was going to be parked a few days before the PRI show. You know, had to come here and do the pony show, and you know, just suck it up. And a few weeks later, all of a sudden, I figured out I'm driving the baddest hot rod in the pits. So went to Bradenton, and you know, you're excelling and you're learning at the same time, and like it's so hard for your brain to kind of keep up with that. And you know, I was just hanging on, and I think I found out, you know, to drive a race car at an excellent level, just don't think about it, just, you know, ride the wave.
It's such a family affair as well with you. We've talked about John Force Racing. We've talked to Brittany and the Force family, but your dad, Jimmy, long-time crew chief on the car, and getting the chance to work with him. What fathers and sons? Obviously worked out well, but what's that been like for you?
Well, I heard a lot of arguments through my RE headphones in the car. No, it was awesome. You know, when we're at work, I'm the driver, they're the crew chiefs. It's all business. You know, we're not chit-chatting, we're not BSing. I'm letting them do their deal, and I give them a pat on the ass, or you know, a good job, boys, and you know, that's the extent of it. When we get to interact is hopefully at the end of the day holding the trophy. Otherwise, we're arguing about or discussing you know, why we didn't win. So it's exciting. I love, you know, it's everyone's dream. You know, to be able to do something with your family, and to do it at a high level that we did this year, the first year all together, it was, you know, a storybook year in a sense. So I'm looking forward to next year. You know, working with family can either be really good or really bad, and we're lucky enough that we started working together when me and my brother were 10 and 12 years old, and we got all the bad stuff out of the way before we went pro.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up with this. I don't even know how we're going to approach next year, because if you come in next year and it's going to be the same thing, I won't even know where to begin with it. But I just think the dedication and commitment you have is absolutely amazing in the dream season you had. Austin, we appreciate the time, and I'll have to work on coming up with a whole new storyline next year, because you're going to be doing the same thing that we did last year. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping we'll have some entertaining stuff to talk about. You know, everyone asks, it's like, how are you going to top, you know, this season? I'm like, well, one more win and one more number one qualifier than we did last year. That's always the goal, is to improve and get one step better than you were last year. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad I'm at John Force Racing. I'm glad I'm with Team Chevy, and definitely glad I'm with Cornwell Tools. So looking forward to it, and hopefully, well, we got a 3-year contract, so next year I'll come in here and yeah, same old. Yeah. Same old. No bad news.
Well, okay, I said I kind of wrap this up, but one of the problems comes within John Force Racing is Jack Beckman is back, and he picked up 2 wins down the stretch. Getting that extra win is going to be tough with that teammate.
Absolutely. That car's going to be tough. Jack does an outstanding job driving that car, and Chris Cunningham and Danny Hood are they got big balls, I say. So, yeah, it'll be entertaining. And we rolled into this season. We wanted to finish 1-2. We did exactly that, and that's the goal next year. If it flips, good job for them. And if not, hell yeah.
That's right. Austin, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Austin Prock joining us here at the Racing Electronics Display at PRI.